All right, all right. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Rouser World Live caricature art stream. Thank you so much, guys, for coming out. I know we was here yesterday. Last night I did a surprise stream, and as I told you guys, I'm kind of stuck in the house with COVID, so I'm going to be doing a couple of extra streams. So that's good for me. At least I got somebody to talk to, right? You know, I'm here in the studio by myself. Does this mean that I'm talking to myself? Or does it? It doesn't seem like that. I guess when somebody, hey, what's going on, Pussy Boots? How are you today? So I'm gonna make sure you guys kind of talk to me. You know, the rouser gets lonely at times too. You know what I mean? But I'm recovering pretty well. That's a great thing, right? Awesome, awesome. Hey, how are you, Nico? Thank you so much. Hello, I'm watching you live from south of Argentina. Okay, saludos desde Argentina. Soy Juninho. Oh, wow. Okay. Yo voy a decir esto a mi esposa. I'm going to tell this to my wife so she'll know that I'm a genius. I've been trying to tell her, man. She just don't want to listen, you know. All right. But anyway, thank you so much. I certainly appreciate your encouragement, my friend. We're going to go ahead and kind of continue with what we were doing yesterday. I was doing some NFL players. And last night, I got to be honest with you, I kind of felt like my drawings last night were just like, the one of Patrick Mahomes I felt like came out pretty good, right? Let me see. Let's go back. So we did a Patrick Mahomes last night. That one came out okay. This Josh Allen, I don't even know who that looks like. It looks like a Chinese guy from, I don't know. I don't know. What does he look like? He looks like a Chinese, I don't know. But then he might look like maybe someone of a Middle Eastern descent. I don't know, but that definitely doesn't look like Josh Allen to me. So I don't like that one. Now this one I like. This one was the Myles Garrett. We did Myles Garrett. We did Jordan Love, and then of course Tyreek Hill. That one was pretty cool. And then we had what's this guy? Brock Purdy from the 49ers. So we have a list here of ones that I'm going to go with. And while I'm going through, I'm going to kind of explain to you what my thought process is when I'm drawing pictures and all that good stuff, right? And if you feel as if you're, benefiting, you're enjoying the stream, how are you, Ryan? Welcome to the stream. If you feel like you're benefiting from the information and you like to tip, tips are awesome. You can tip at our Cash App here, which is $, Rouser World. And those tips are appreciated. You can tell by my smiley face right here. Those are going to really help us out. So thank you so much, guys. Oh boy, got the big joke is up right now, right? All right. So let's go ahead. That really looks like Brock Purdy to me. Now I'm going to tell you one of the biggest things. Okay, thank you, Puss in Boots. Thank you. I was looking at your animations before. I actually did. I wonder. I got this program on here called Flip a Clip, right? On my pad, right? Where's my pen at? Did I put it in here? Okay, so this Flip a Clip, I actually made an animation on here. Wait, let me see. No, we're not doing all that. I just want to, wait. No. Okay, here. Anyway, so I did this little animation. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta see it. Oh crap! I gotta see an ad. I think I still have it. Hold on, let me see. All right, hold on. 4, 3, 2, 1. It didn't have an ad. I found one that didn't have ads on it because most of them they're gonna want you to pay for it. But I did this actual animation of my son and me, right? So this is me. This is my son, and then that was me with my son, right? So that was pretty cool, right? Hey, what's going on, Chris? All right, so yeah, we can. That'll be cool, man. If we go over here and we do an animation. Maybe I can make one of my cartoons move today. Maybe we can make them sing. All right, yeah. And then this is a pretty easy one to use. I know there's another one. Wait, let me see if I can find that one. If you go plus here, we could just name our animation a guy. and then we'll create a project. This one's really easy to use because you just kind of you just basically do whatever you want in the frame. So let's just say I want to do let's say I want to do this right here, right? Boom, boom, and I want to go like this, and then I want to go like this, and I want to go like this right here. And let's just say this is my little cartoon. Now with this one, you can copy and paste the actual picture itself, right? So you just, draw your little guy right there, right? Boop. I'm gonna make this one simple. You made me do this. All right. And then I'm gonna go here, and I'm going to put another one here. But let's go back to the first one, and I can actually, I think you can copy it with, is it this one? No, it's not that one. What's this one? This is tricolor. This is that one. This is this. Oh, here it is. When I go here, I copy here. Then I go here, and I paste it, right? And so I can change things here, but I want to go back. I don't want to do it that way. I want to. Oh, that's if you want the same frame. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can. How do I erase that frame? I'm still learning how to use this one right here. Does it have like a back button? Oh, undo. There it is. All right, so there's an undo button. So I'll go here, and then now this will tell me I can draw them doing like this. So I'll do on this layer here, I might do like this. Wait, go to my pen. I might do like this and like that. Right, and then I'll do like this, and then I'll do like this. Wait, that's kind of cheesy. Hold up, I don't want to. Let me back up. Let me put my nose just right, and we can make it bigger, and then we'll do like this instead of doing like that. We'll do like this, and then we'll do like this here. Right, and then we'll just copy the ear shape. And if you pretty much just I could have just went the easier way and erased the just erased the features that I didn't want for the new layer. But I thought this would be cool to just try it this way. Maybe we can make one of my caricatures move today. I can even draw a caricature and copy it in here. And then once I copy it, then I do like this, and I'm trying to figure out. Now I can change the frame rate. I think here somewhere. Wait, where is it? Is it here? Frame viewer. Okay, let's go back. I can't remember how to do the frame rate, but I know. Let me see. Okay, let me see here. I'll figure this out in a minute. I'm pretty good with figuring out these apps once I use them. I can't remember everything because after I did my kids one, I hadn't used it again in such a while. But once I've done it, oh, here it is, project settings, and then the frame rate is 12 frames. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to. This will tell me how fast it's bouncing. So I wanted to go to about 3 frames per second just to make it so you can see the animation. All right, there we go. So we good. All right, then we just do this right here. Now we at 2 frames. Then we'll do this. Now when we press play, that's still kind of fast. Did I press enter? It's still at 12 frames. Oh wait, 2. Okay. Currently, you would need to draw 2 frames to make 1 second. 3 frames to make 1 second. Okay. Save changes. Okay. So now we can play it back. You see how it looks like that? Right? Yeah, flipper clip is pretty cool, man. All right, let me see here. So let me go ahead and guys, we'll come back to flipper clip later on. I'm going to be using this over here to help me with some of the drawing stuff here. So I have like a little drawing app on here I could use. So it'll help me kind of cut down too on how much paper I'm using. Gee whiz, even though it doesn't matter. All right, so we got a couple of questions here. I'm practicing, and it's very difficult for me to draw here. Could you tell me some tips if you have time? Okay. Nico, I'll tell you what. Since we're going to be warming up, I always like to warm up first. First of all, thank you for coming to the stream. I appreciate you. And what I can do for you is this. I'm going to tell you what a good way to learn to do hair, okay? So I like to make things real easy. So what I'm going to do is up top here, you're going to see me. I'm going to go to another, and I'm going to type in I'm going to look up this thing here called silhouette. Okay. And then I'm going to go everything that you can possibly want to learn how to draw silhouette here is made up of silhouettes. Okay. And what a silhouette is basically a blackened in version of a person. For this particular one, I used hair. Okay. So I'm going to take this silhouette and I'm going to save that image here somewhere. And then I'm going to open it up for you. No, I didn't mean to do it that way. I just meant to open it. Hold on. Why is it automatically opening it up over here? I must have saved it as, save image as, okay, wait. Yes. Okay, that's weird. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Maybe I can save this one. Save image as. Here we go. Save. And then let's see. There it is. Okay. All right. So these are silhouette hairdos. Okay. So if you haven't, most of the time, the reason that we're having trouble drawing something is because when we are drawing, we're looking at all of these details that we are trying to draw. So we pick up a picture. Let's just pick a picture here. Let's go to our gallery, and I'll find a photo here. All right, and these are some of the ones we were drawing yesterday. But let's just say we went to her face. Okay. Well, a lot of times when we're drawing pictures, we're looking at all of this these especially here, we get lost in all of the strands and all of that stuff versus looking at the hair as a whole shape. So let's just zero in on the hair real quick. Okay, so I'm just gonna make it a little bit bigger. Oh, sorry. Okay, so what we're looking at is we need to be looking at this shape like this. Okay? Because that shape is like this. So when I'm drawing her hair, when I'm drawing this picture, since I've outlined it, I can easily exaggerate something that I've already understand how to draw it without all of the dimension, and then you come back and you add dimension to the shape. Okay, so you want the overall shape, overall shape, I think, and then plus dimension. But the overall shape is first and foremost what counts. Okay? So no matter who you're drawing. So these shapes, by practicing with these, is very powerful. So let's just say we wanted to use I can't make them any bigger than this. Let me see if I could. Maybe I could get one that has a little bit where the faces could come out a little bit bigger. Let's go with this one. Let's save that one too. Save and then open. All right, here we go. All right. So let's just say we want to use this one in the middle right here, right? This one right here with these little, okay? So when I'm sitting there and I'm drawing the picture, I'm literally separating the hair, and I'm doing something that kind of looks like that shape, and it makes everything a lot easier to draw when you think of it just as like that. Now you can easily add hair and make it interact with your drawing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, this is what you're in essence doing. Okay, all right. So I just wanted to touch on that real quick with you. I hope that kind of helped you. But just practice with these silhouettes. No matter what it is you're drawing, silhouettes help take out the distractions of all the lines and stuff in the hair, because those are really not necessary. And then once you start coloring in the hair and all that, well, that's a whole other animal altogether. But you really don't need to do that much there. It's pretty. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, Nico. I appreciate you. I'm glad that helped you out. Okay, so always look for those silhouettes, and that's going to help you. And again, no matter what it is that you're drawing, you want to look for those. All right. So let's see here. Where is my? Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, I think I put it in the room. Darn it. Yeah, because I was drawing some last night. All right, so let me go here. Let me go to my bookmarks, and then we'll go here, and then we're gonna go all the way down to. So who did we do last? We did. Okay, so we did Tyreek Hill, but what I want to do, number one, Myles Garrett, Trent Williams. He plays for the San Francisco 49ers. Okay, so we're going to look his name up here. Okay. See if we can find him. Search Google. And then we have a good picture of him here. So we're going to save image. We're going to save that here. Then we're going to come here. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Images. Hold on a second, guys. I'm trying to find a good picture of Trent Williams. All right, let me see. This looks like a good picture. Let me see. There it is. And that one should save pretty well. Okay. So this is a picture of Trent Williams right here. I think that's as big as I'm going to be able to make it. So we're going to try to draw his picture real quick, okay? So here's another example of how to do what I just told you, okay? So let's see here. The first thing that we want to do, right? Okay. is we want to go ahead and we want to outline our whatever our face, our head. And so remember, our hair is just one big shape. So we're looking at it and we're saying with a really light line, we just kind of want to pencil in what we want to do a little bit. Okay, so this is the hair shape, right? She's got a big box top head shape. Okay, so now we got that done, right? And then we come here to the brow line, right? And then we want to pencil in our ear shape back here. Okay, and I'm basically trying to get an overall idea or feel for my face, right? Okay. Okay, and then you got this, and then it comes around like that, right? Okay, and then you got his big football neck here. So this is like a big overall shape of him, right? So this is the first shape you want on your page when you do a caricature. You want your overall, what is my character gonna feel like when I'm drawing him? Okay, now from there, what I want to do here is I want to see, okay, well, what kind of, the next thing I'm going to do is plug into the emotion. Okay, so I want an emotion. I want him to have a very like right, what's going on, right? I want that right there. So I want kind of like this right here, right? So I'm just going to kind of just use my pencil, just pencil it in, just just real light. You pencil in, and then you can come here with this nose shape, right? And you can you can make the bridge of the nose here. I might come from here and T-shape it. And then I might come over here and I noticed something about his nostrils. He has he's really nostrily. He has a lot of, I want a lot of nostril strength on there, right? He has he's got a nose for the football, right? Okay. All right. Now, we're going to go here and forget about the eyes at this point. I really don't, I could go with the eyes, but you really don't need that. What I want to do is I want to bring all the other features around, and then at the last minute, the eyes just kind of go with the picture once you get to that point. Sometimes you can get in there and you'll start doing it too much, too fast, So you take your time with the picture. And this little sketch that we're doing, I'm showing you the fast. So if you're a caricature artist and you like to put a sketch down first, right? This is how you do it. And sometimes even I put a sketch down first. And I've been drawing characters for a long time. But sometimes I'll go to work and I just feel like I'm the man. I don't need no lines. You know what I'm saying? And I want to show people how skilled I am. Right? That's what I usually mess up the most pictures, though. Right? So anyway, so let's go to the mouth. Now, see how he got that big cheesy smile, right? Now I wanna examine that smile, okay? I want something that's going to be very teethy, right? Okay, very teethy. And he does, to me, what I want to be sure that I get, all of this needs to be like cheeks. All of this here. You see this right here? All of this needs to be big cheeks, right? So they need to be like these little eggs, like, I think of them as like, little eggs just kind of stuck in the face to represent the cheekbones right there. So you see what I'm saying? So see how putting all of the stuff around the eyes, but when you go straight to the eyes in your drawing, sometimes may lack a little bit of something there. So that's something that you want to do. All right. Now from here, we want these cheeks serve as a way to anchor your mouth, right? So if we do it this way, we can look here and we can say, okay, he has lips that kind of almost go up and almost darn near touch the teeth. So he's got like a cheesy smile. So we want something that does like this. Let me just do cheesy smile. Okay. So a cheesy smile is going to be a shape kind of like this. Okay, you see that shape right there? See how cheesy it is? So the lip kind of is now going to kind of come over this shape here. And then it's going to be at the bottom of the shape here. And then it's going to kind of close off here. And close off here. And all of this will kind of just be colored in. Okay, so you see the shape that I made to get the teeth to look cheesy. You get what I'm saying? And big, right? Okay, and then we come over here, and on top of this shape right here, you see this right here? These two little eggs that we put here. What I'll do is I'll put my eye on top of that shape. That's the bottom of the eye. So here, you can see this is where his eyes will go at right here. Does that make sense to you? Right? All right. So this is pretty much the outline or the path that I'm going to take for my drawing. At that point, we just go back with our marker and we start doing our line work. So we can start anywhere we want. But you know what? I always recommend the head shape. So I'm not copying everything I did. I'm just using this as a template almost so that I can freestyle over the top of it. It's just saying that so I won't get too far out of line. Right? I'll do something like this and just freestyle, right? This is the front of my head, right? This is his little edge up. I might push it back a little bit more, right? I might come over here and hit me a line here. Come up here. And I'm going to turn it up. And then I'm going to do something like this. Now see how I turned up that smile, that shape, and I went like this. So I'm not drawing a regular picture. I'm drawing a caricature. So I don't want to copy the picture exactly. You see what I'm saying? Okay, that wouldn't make sense at all. All right, now what I'm doing is I'm going to go down the back of the head here, and then I can see now I'm at my ear shape. Okay, so we'll do that ear shape right there, right? Then we'll come over here, boom, and then we'll hit us a little ear shape here, right? And then we're going to come back here, and we're going to go to the back of this beard shape, right? Come around, go into that nice pointy chin shape, right? And we're getting all that fullness, right, from his face. Keeping our drawing real simple. See, this is the overall feel of the face, right, is there. And then we could come here with his huge defensive tackle, whatever his position he plays, neck, right? All right. Now, let's go ahead here. We'll go to our nose. So we're going to follow the same. Remember, we said he has a nose for the football. So we're going to go ahead and get his nose in there. Okay? And then we're going to put this little line here to represent the bridge of the nose. Okay? Boom. This is like the ball of the nose right here. Okay? And we'll come over here and we'll look at this mouth. So we can go like this. Now, we can see something here. Check this out. With this caricature, you see how his lip, in the picture, his lip don't touch his nose. But in my picture, it is. Okay? It's because I made the mouth I made it so cheesy. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to do a little line like this. And I'm going to kind of create around the idea of what I did, right? Come up here. All right. Now this is just watch my shapes here. Okay. And then I'm going to come over here. Come down. Come around. All right. And then I'm going to do his bottom lip like that. Boom. Okay. So what I did was I turned up the mouth shape a little bit. Add a little bit of exaggeration to it. Some nice big teeth. Right? Now we can just add teeth inside of the shape. Don't worry if you give him a few extra teeth. That's fine. You know what I mean? Then we'll come over here and we'll add that beard shape. So we'll go here. And I'll tell you what, for the beard shape, what we might do here, just to make it a little bit more interesting. Okay, how you doing today, gaming with Jay and Corey? I'm doing great. I'm doing great today. So we're going to go ahead and we'll just use a thicker marker for this part here. 1, and then 2, and then we'll come over here. 3, and we're going around that cheek shape that we already outlined. 4. You see? And so now all we're doing here is we'll just do some simple thick lines all the way around the beard shape like this. Okay, just like that. Okay, normally I keep a big marker in here, which I don't have one in here right now, but sometimes I'll have a marker like I must have threw that other one out because it was dried out, but anyway, for these occasions. But keep you one of these chisel tips next to your drawing pad, because they come in good for doing, quick blackout work. You know what I mean? Because those contrasts are really what make your picture really pop, right? Then we'll come back over here and we'll add the watch. So now, you see how my eyes and everything got all that? Because I got that shape of the bottom of the eye based off of this cheek here. So I don't really have to, you see how I'm using that cheek shape? I'm not drawing it in there all the way, but you can still see the structure of it from when I put them in there for somebody that has the big cheeks in their face, right? You see? And then you can just add some more to the brow line if you want. You can turn up the brow line, right? Okay. Do like this right here, right? You can come here and go around the bottom right here like this, right? Just add some few lines over there, but you don't really need much, right? You just come over here and now we can just add the rest of our jersey here, right? I made that line not a good line right there. I needed to go straight like this, but that's okay. Nobody's gonna know, right? And then we'll just put like NFL or something right here. When we do the hair, same concept. You want to I'll tell you what, for the hair on this one, we're gonna use a crayon. So first, before we do that, let me go into my drawer here and get out a eraser. And I also need a pencil sharpener here, which I have one right here. Okay. And hold on one sec, guys. Boom. So we're gonna go. Hold on one sec. I'm just trying to do a switch up here. Let's go here. And all right. So we're gonna switch it up real quick. I just need to sharpen up my crayon here. Where are you? Oh, here it is. This is what I was looking for right here. Sometimes I gotta keep me an X-Acto knife for my sharpen my crayon up real quick just to. So give me just a second here. Give me just a second. All right, here we go. So first of all, let's erase these lines that we put around the drawing. So you want to erase those so that doesn't interfere with the rest of your drawing, right? Okay, so we'll just go around here and take those lines out. Yeah, sometimes I don't know, I got a complex about using pencils, but I actually thought that this was pretty cool to do this. Which is crazy because I started out with pencils, and what a life lesson that is, because when you think about it, right, that's all I used to, I didn't know about like drawing with markers, and I just get a pencil, and then if I messed up, I erase. And then somewhere down the line, I started thinking like, getting on this autopilot, thing in my mind where I felt like I didn't need the pencil anymore because of. But the thing is that, you know, we're human beings. We have to erase sometimes. No matter how many times you see somebody do a stunt on TikTok, and it looks like they got it right the first time, you didn't see the 900 attempts that they did before that to get it right. You know, caricature. One thing that's fun about it, and I think maybe because it fits my personality, is kind of why I got into it. At the same time, too, is because I like to create things quick, things that take like very long processes to do. I tend to not gravitate toward those things. I don't know why. That's just the way I work. But some people have like that, a brain for meticulousness. Like they can sit there and they can restore a car, right? That might take 6 months to restore that car, right? I would completely lose my mind if I had to do something like that. So caricature for me, it was good. Some artists, they're hyper realism artists, right? You got to be crazy. I'll be sitting there saying like, okay, so when is this gonna? When are you? At what point do you say you've added enough to the hyper realism drawing? And that hyper realism artist says you've never added. Still, it's a detail that I missed, you know. And but that same mentality allows me to be able to see the caricature better, because I'm always looking for ways to simplify the face so I don't have to draw so much to get to where I want to get to. And so that's why I come up with all these ideas, to all these techniques that I'm showing you, or ways for people that are, you know, I feel like it helps them when you can come to them and make it easy, you know what I mean, and not all of this, you know, you all of these make it look so complex. You know, a lot of drawing videos on YouTube make everything look complex but it's really, drawing is really not as complex as they make it. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, I just see right here, right? We're using a crayon. This is just a little crayon, man. Just make sure you sharpen your crayon when you do this, and then you'll be fine. So this is Trent Williams again from the 49ers. Okay, now I'm gonna show you a quick trick right here. It doesn't matter whether you're using colors or whatever, right? All right, watch this. Let me show you something. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna use these. These are some World of Color markers, right? So I'm gonna use this color, and then I think I got like a little bit of a. Let me see. I can even use that. I got some pencils in here, but let's just use these right here, okay? So watch this. Let's say I'm at a place and I'm you know, I want to color this picture in real quick. All right, I'm gonna use this like almond color right here, okay? So this almond color, watch how I do it. Let me get so this is a light medium golden. I think I got enough colors here for this. Let me make sure, because I don't have my whole palette in here. Just want to make sure I'm a master at working with what I have, so. the MacGyver of caricature drawing, right? Okay, so check this out. I'm gonna use this color. I'm gonna use this color right here, and I'm gonna do this. Watch. All right. So I'm just going. What I'm gonna first of all do is I'm gonna outline, and this one's kind of dried out, but I'm gonna kind of outline where my darks and stuff are gonna go in the picture. Okay. So kind of like just a basic outline of it. Let's just say this is all I got to work with. I'm at work one day and I'm like, man, the person asked for color. Okay, so I might go in here and do this, right? Because you don't really have to add that much color everywhere, because this is a cartoon. This is not real life. Okay, so I'm gonna do all this and put all my darks in the picture first. I want you to be able to see where the face is gonna have those dimensions. Now I'm gonna put that away. I don't need this marker no more. Okay. Now I'm gonna come back with this light medium golden, because that's the only one I got. Okay. And I'm gonna go color inside of color. Okay. So I'm going to make that color because I know this color is a little bit darker or a little bit lighter than the one that I had initially put down. I don't have to do all of the every color that's in his face. I just got to get I'm trying to get close enough for you to recognize what I'm trying to do. Okay, so watch. I'm just doing quick. Okay, boom, boom. And a lot of times you come up with your best work, man, when you use these little simple little techniques, right? So now I got my marker, okay? And I'm gonna come over here and just kind of go into that area back here. Okay, that looks good to me, right? And then what I'll do, I don't have another mark, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come back here with I don't know, let me see, can I use this? I guess maybe I'll do this to kind of close the gap, just to take some of the white out of the picture. I don't know, I'm just gonna use a pencil. I don't care, because none of that matters. Nobody cares. It's just, right? Okay. And then what I like to do here, I'll come back. I got this other marker. Let's see if hopefully it's not dried out. Let me see, what's this? What is this? This is a medium deep almond. What color is that? Let me make sure it's not the color. Okay. So what if I do this here? Boom. Then I start putting in my real darks. Now watch. Here, my real darks. Okay. Because this is where it all counts at. This is my last layer. This is where I start putting all of this, right? Playing with contrast. And it looked like I did something really amazing, but not really. You get what I mean? Okay. I don't know how well you can see these colors on the screen. Let me see here. All right. So at this point, it becomes real easy. Okay. So this was now. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to do this lip down here. Let's close the gap with this. Let's just use this right here. I don't want to make it too dark, so I'm just going to use like a peach color. All right. And then, do I have pink? Oh yeah, I do. I got this. So I can just use this to color in the little gum line or whatever. Okay. And then sometimes, man, you can come back and use it in the face, whatever. Okay. So real quick, and then we come back with red. So let's say, do I need, hold on, I don't have, hold on a second, guys. Okay, I had to go get another color box real quick. So I got a whole box of colors now. Let's go with I need red here, and I got a whole box of brown. So all of these colors right here would have went good for skin colors and stuff. So I probably could have got away with using that color, this tan. Yeah, that would have been awesome right there. This color right here. I still could probably add a little bit of it because it has some red in it and orange. Like that real orangey, tanny color he has in his face. I was unable to get that with that other picture there. So, all right, there we go. We can even use this on the top lip. Yeah, we go. Right. That's real nice. Okay. So, pretty much, we're done. We made a little cartoon of him. We're just coloring this part with red. Right? Just do it real quick. And then that'll make it kind of, right? And so then you just put the name on there. So we'll put this aside. And we doing, this is Trent Williams. I don't remember what number he was. Let me see. He was, 71. Number 71 from the 49ers. All right. So that's how I would draw Trent Williams. I hope that kind of helps you guys out. What's going on, guys, on Instagram? I am in the middle of a live stream on YouTube as well. So if you guys want to. Also, guys, if you feel like you are benefiting, tips are awesome. So if you want to tip, you can tip at Cash App, $ Rouse the World. The tips are appreciated. Thank you so much, guys, for helping us out at this time. We also are still trying to raise money for that roofing thing. So if you guys want to give to that, that'll be awesome. We have a Patreon page. That's pretty much how we're doing it. We're doing it where if you we're trying to get at least 1,000 of our subscribers to sign up for the $5 tier. And then we figure if we could get that, if we could accomplish that. I mean, we have 100 and something thousand subscribers. So I was just saying, well, maybe if we could get 10% of them to just say, to invest $5 for 6 months, that would be like enough for us to pay for this situation that we got going on with this roof of the house. So if you guys again want to help us with that, thank you so much for helping. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Let's go to our next drawing. Again, that was our Trent Williams. Okay, so we'll put him to the side. And then I think our next drawing is going to be, let me see, who's hot and who's not, right? All right, let me see here. I think it's going to be, hold on. Okay. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Is that it? Hold up. Let's go here. Look up bookmarks. Top 100 players in the NFL. What the? Why is it not going to the? Oh, does it do it by team now? I don't know. I'm trying to get it to go back to that list where I was at. Okay, let me see. Okay, apparently something's going on, but I can't get to my list again. So I think we're just going to go ahead and go with CeeDee Lamb. So let me see if I can find a picture of him on Pinterest. Let's just type his name in here. CeeDee Lamb, LAMB, Dallas Cowboys. All right, so we got CeeDee Lamb. All right, let me see if I can find a good picture of him that I like. Though that don't look like him now, but that's a good picture of his face, though. Let me see. Now that looks more like CeeDee Lamb now. All right, let me see. That's a good picture right there. Let me see. Ah, that's a good picture right there. That's a good picture of CeeDee Lamb right there. All right, so let's see if we can save that image there. All right, so we got a picture of CeeDee Lamb, so we're gonna go with him as our next model here. So let me just clear some room off my desk. I got a little messy over here. I don't know if I'm gonna do this in color or not, but I know I need my crayon at least. Let me take some of these out of here. All right, let's do it. CeeDee Lamb. Guys, give me just a minute. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I had to go ahead and get that other picture out. So let's go ahead and do this CD lamb real quick. Okay. And we'll get started here. Hold on a sec. All right. So how would I approach this CD lamb pick, man? I don't know. Let me see. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and sharpen our pencil up first of all. And then once we sharpen our pencil up, we'll put down the outline of the head and then see where we're going to work to from there, okay? So let's look at a couple of features that might be interesting to me. I would say this. I would say overall, it's going to be hard to get all of his hair in here, first of all, because if we are to focus on the face at whatever degree, he does have a lot of hair. So what I'll do here is I'll just kind of sketch in where the hair is in my hairline first. So I want something like this. And I want a 3/4 view picture. So I'm going to start with I'm going to put that brow line in there, right? So my forehead line, my brow line, and then I'll go around to the jawline here, okay? And then I'll come across the jawline. And since we're at a 3/4 angle, I want to do something around here, okay? Because we know his ear shape's over here somewhere, but we won't be able to actually see that. So we can see the hair, this piece of hair just kind of coming down here and giving us a little bit of a landmark as far as where we're at in our drawing, okay? Okay. I like to sketch with the side of my pencil. This way it's easier for me to, number one, erase once I'm done with those lines. Okay. And again, I'm not trying to draw the picture when you sketch. You're just trying to give yourself a general direction for your picture. You want to kind of be able to draw the picture and be free of the pencil as quickly as possible so that you can get down the street with the drawing. But if you rely on the pencil too much, then things like that happen. So let's go ahead and put that in there. All right, hold on. All right. So let me see here. You know what? Actually, since we're drawing this picture, we really don't need this here because I'm not using my pad right now anyway. So I can just move this more to the center. Okay. And then we got the back of the hair coming off of here like this. All right. So we good to go. Okay. Now, once we have that, we'll go ahead and we'll look at the expression that we want and the general spacing of the features. I usually try to use the eyebrows and the nose to kind of tell me where I want to go. So he does have a much rounder nose than Trent had. Trent had a nostril-y nose. He has a very round nose shape and a very strong triangle shape here in his face. You know what I mean? Separating those two shapes over here. So I'm looking for that triangle right there before his nose just kind of comes off and around like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a round shape like this. And then once I have that, I come back and I'll say, okay, I can look for my cheek shapes if I want to, right? So I can see his cheek shapes are not as big as Trent as well. Trent had, if you look at his, he had more big round shapes like these, you know what I mean? Really huge round shapes. So these shapes here are going to be very small round shapes like this. So we're going to do something like this. So something like two little eggies like this, but he has small eggs right on his face, right? He didn't have a huge smile, right? I mean, he has a huge smile, but small cheeks to do it with. So I'm going to do something like this, right? And I'm going to try to get the whole mouth shape in, right? And then put a smile in there. Just kind of what it feels like, you know? And then from here, man, look, once we have see these two little egg shapes here? You put your eyes on top of that shape. That's how you get the life in your picture. And then you use the egg shape to help you build the actual shape of the eye. Okay, let me show you that. Let me show you that again. I'm up before we go into the thing. So once I put my cheekbones in of my cheeks, say this is your cheeks and this is your nose, right? Okay. Well, this shape right here, you can if you have your eyebrows here, you could use the top of this shape here to build your eye off of. So watch. See my eye is here? Well, now I can draw my pupils and use the cheek as the supporting structure of it. And therefore, it's abbreviating and leaving out some things that you would think are important, but they're not really that important to drawing the eye. When drawing caricatures, this is a very good technique. Hey, Miss Ebony, how are you? How are you? Okay. All right. So, well, once we start putting down the line work, it'll be easier. And good again, Miss Ebony. Good morning. Thank you so much for coming out today. Twice. All right, because I know you were here yesterday. You were at the stream last night. So, way to go. Okay, keeping my eye over here. Okay, pink hand waving. Gotcha. All right, so now we got pretty much the outline of our drawing. Okay, again, my outlines are not my end all be all of my picture. So I may decide I want to go a different route once I get here, but in general, it's giving me some boundaries to play within. So here would be my hairline, and then this would be the line going into the side of the face. This would be my brow line here going to the side of the eye. Then it's going to drop down, okay, and it's going to go into our jawline. CD Lamb doesn't have he's a thin guy, so he doesn't really have a lot of roundness on that outside structure of the face. And then we just kind of come here and add his chin in, and then we add some little his beard, right? You see? Okay, so that's where we're at right now. And once we get there, right, we just add some more landmarks. We can come over here and say, let's say we want to make this shape here. What I would do now is I'll take my marker and I'll do something like this. And this will just go right down through the middle of the face. And then I might do like this here, just to make it like this at the other side. So we can see now what's going on. Now, let's go to our next shape here. So I might do something like this, right? Okay. And then we're going to go to our brow shape here. So I already see his brows. I want to do something like this here. Boom, boom. I'm going to do something like this. Okay, so that's the brow shape there. That's the brow shape there. Now watch how I built my cheek, my eyes based off of the cheek structure. It's much more animated. It makes your drawing a lot more fun looking when you do it this way. If you just try to draw it like anatomically correct, you're gonna miss it. You know what I'm saying? This is see this line right here. This is the top of my cheekbone. That shape that I put there, and then I'll come here to that triangle. Remember we talked about that, and then the curve of the nose coming down. And then he got his nose here, and it's more round. As long as we get like a roundness in there, we good. And then we just kind of round off the far side of the nose, right? And then from here, where are we going? We're gonna go ahead and do our underside of our lip, right? Boom, and we're gonna go right back into the circles that we put out here. Okay, so these circles are these circles are very powerful when you're learning how to construct a face. If you learn how to use those two circles, man, I'm telling you, it's everything connects to your cheeks, and your cheeks are very. That's why. How can I put this? I think that everything that's important in life is usually in the center. You know, what's at the center of something. So if you think of your body, right? You look at the center of your body, or your center, you got your heart, you got your, you know what I'm saying, all your vital organs are all in the center of your body. They're not in your hands or in your feet, they're in the center. You get what I mean? And so if you think of families are at the center, you know, people are at the center. It's all these things are at the center, so they're very, and so with the face, it's no different. A lot of the stuff that you need to build your face from comes from the center of the face. And the most central thing is really, to be honest with you, what the most central thing in your face is your nose shape. So people don't understand how much it takes to be able to do that, you know. All right. So let's keep going. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to draw this shape here. And then I'm going to draw this shape here. And then I'm going to draw the bottom of the lip. Okay? And then we'll draw the smile. See the smile lines? Okay? Real easy. All right. Now we come over here and we'll do our teeth shape. Okay? So again, when you draw the teeth shape, what you want is you want the feeling of the teeth first. So what you want to do is you want to draw a whole shape that makes you feel like the teeth first before you start trying to draw the teeth. You see how with this shape right here, look at the lines I drew with my pencil. This shape makes it feel like the shape that I want to draw. Actually, I'm going to go ahead all the way to the end with this shape. I'm going to do like this. Okay? So once I do that, right, that makes it feel like what I want, then I'll come through here and I'll look for my center line of those teeth. This is the center line. Okay? And then we can come back and we can add the teeth in there. You see? Just something real easy. Then we come back and add our top lip here. Okay? Got a good smile there. All right. Now the rest of the drawing from here is gravy. All you got to do is draw the, he's 88. So we'll just put 8 here and another 8 right here. Okay? And then we'll come back with our other marker, right? And we'll do this here. Hold on, guys. What? He's like, my son wants me to play I'm about to play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when this is all over with. Okay. So watch, we just drawn all of C.D. Lamb's hair, because this is an important part of his caricature. And I don't need a great deal of details to do this. Watch how I just want to get the basic idea of it now. Okay? Okay. Okay, now this particular drawing I'm going to do in black and white. Okay? So that we can, hold on a second. All right, I was just trying to go back live again because my phone had ran out of energy on that. All right, so anywho, all right, we're finishing up our little CD lamb here. Okay, so if you ever want to know how to draw CD lambs, this is how you do it, right? And then over here, we'll just put where we want those the ones that are kind of hollow. I might do this. Just put a few hollow ones in there, just so we can see where they go to. All right. Okay. Now let's go ahead and color in our shapes here. Okay. All right. And you can see, remember that shape that I was telling you about that was right here? You see it? You can see all of that in the picture. Now, once you get that in the picture, then you do. So, I'm going to go back again, and I'm going to show you more about that eye. Like we're putting your features in the center of your face, and how those two little circles in the center of your face are really what you need to work off of. And I actually learned that about my own observation. I was reading Tom Richmond's book, the Mad Art of Caricature, and as I was reading that book, it really gave me a lot of information about seeing these basic shapes of the face. And I think that I look at a lot of caricature artists, and I can tell when they don't understand that, because the drawings tend to look very flat or very plain, you know. So I'll get out my book here in a second. I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. By the way, guys, tips are appreciated if you feel like you're benefiting from what I'm sharing with you today and you want to sow back into the community. Thank you so much. I appreciate you in advance, my friend. Really need it right now anyway, because this COVID thing got me at home, man. Can't go out there and draw right now, so it'll be appreciated, man. Thank you. All right, let me see here. So we're going to go ahead and add some shadow work into our CD lamp drawing. Okay. All right. So here we go. So now we're going to do this here. Watch all of the shapes. Okay, so this is the dark shape around the back side of the nose, right? And I'm not exactly trying to get it exact like the picture. I just know that the picture's facing that way, so everything on this side of my face is going to quite naturally get a little bit more shadows, right? So here you can see some shadows. Now he does have some shadows here as well. Okay, because multiple light sources can happen in the same face, and that's just something that you'll understand as you start putting more dimension in your pictures. You'll see that this is going to make a lot of sense to you. Okay, so right here, these brief little shadows are going to make all the difference in the world in how flat or alive your picture looks. You know what I mean? If you want to have more life to your picture, you gotta start drawing with an understanding that the face is not a flat surface. It has a lot of bends and turns, and very interesting to draw. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and put our darks just around them. We're gonna put his little mustache. I see he got like a really thin. Is that a mustache? I don't know. I know when I was young and I tried to paint my mustache on to impress my girlfriend, and my mom was like trying to wipe my mustache off in front of my girlfriend. Hey. Come on, Mom. Seriously? Okay, and then this right here is all just kind of, and you know what? I'll tell you what, we'll do the hair with a crayon here. So we'll do a crayon here, and this is what we'll do. Watch. We'll take this part, and we'll do this. Okay. Okay. And then from there, we'll just do like this. We don't gotta do no whole bunch, right? If I'm drawing live, I ain't got time to CD line when this picture drawn. I ain't got time to sit up here and draw every strand of hair that he has up here for 3 days. Right? So I just use the side of my crayon and I let my hand just flow, and you know, it's okay. You can just think like Bob Ross, you know, happy accidents, man. You know, there are no mistakes, right? They're only happy accidents. Right? So that's what this is right here. Yeah. Okay. All right. So look here. I think that one came out really clean, right? I think it came out really clean. We got CD Lamb, right? Dallas Cowboys. Go Cowboys, right? Okay. And we're gonna put the, of course, we're gonna put the dun 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 dun. Wait, do I have a? Where's my? Hold on. We are not going to disrespect the star by drawing it in any other color, man. Right? We gotta have it in blue, man. Yeah. CD, man. I hope you get that contract, buddy. Go and pay that money, Jerry. The man is insane. He's insanely good at catching. Like, I watched this one video where he was at this camp with a I don't know what they were doing, maybe agility drills or something like that. And he said he was working with CD Lamb, and how he has this amazing ability to process like how to catch that ball in the air. Like, no matter if somebody's guarding him, if the ball goes anywhere in his arm reach, that he's gonna catch it. And they have this little exercise where it's like a stick that look like this, right? And on each side of the stick, it's a different color. So when they throw the stick at you, he'll say, I want you to catch it, but I want you to catch the blue or the red or the yellow. And he'll be running around and he'll throw it. And he'll be catching those colors. I'm like, man, that's insane. I mean, he's a freakishly good athlete, man. So anyway, I'm not trying to hype you up, CD Lamb, but I hope they're going to just take care of that business for you, man. Take care of the business. Right? All right. So that's CD Lamb. Let me sign my word. All right. So who I do want to go back, I said I was going to go back over this. So we got two. We got Trent Williams from the San Francisco 49ers. We did that picture. And then we also have CD Lamb from the Dallas Cowboys. So now we're going to go back and we're going to do some revisits, okay? But real quick on the concept for you, all right, before we go there. Again, guys, tips are appreciated if you feel like you're benefiting from the stream. This is my full-time job, so I really appreciate it if you guys would tip. Thank you so much in advance. Okay, so that's all the information that you need to know. And then we're going to go ahead and keep going on here, okay? All right, let me see. Yeah, I'm going to get all, I see gaming record. I got all your requests here. So I'll just put them on my request list. Right now I have kind of a dedicated, if you're going to do the requests, guys, by the way, the requests are at the bottom of my screen. So if you want me to draw a personal picture for you, they're $15. That means I'll teach you how to draw somebody that you're trying to learn how to draw that's a family member or something like that. If the person is a celebrity picture where I can actually use the content and make, so I'll do those for 10, and that's like somebody that you're following. So that's any one person. Like if it's a group of people, then it would be by so it's basically by the face that I would draw that picture or show you how to do it, okay? So I just wanted to put that out there for you guys if you want to request, okay? Let me see here. So we're going to go to this concept that I was telling you about. And for me to show this to you, I'm going to need to get my book. Here it is. Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to go to my Mad Article. My book is all tore up, man, by the way. I just goes. Let me see. All right, so where was I? Nope. Nope. Hold on, I'm trying to find this idea here. All right, so two things. One thing is when you draw pictures, caricatures, relationships are important, but that's not where we're going with this. I'm trying to find. I've torn this book all the way to pieces. Y'all don't laugh at my book. My book, I had to punch holes in it because the thing came apart. Hold on. This is what I'm looking for right here. All right. In order for you to draw effective caricature, this is something that you got to understand here. Okay? if you don't know this, your drawings will always just look like you just drew somebody there just sitting there like, but there's no life into your picture. This allows you to stretch and bend and do things with the face. So what I do is, you see these little green square, these little green areas here on the face. Those are cheekbones to me. Okay. So what I do is I use those to my advantage. I'm gonna show you how I use those, but this is what we'll actually go ahead and get a piece of paper here, and I'm gonna show you how I use them. Okay. So he didn't per se say this in the book, but then I just saw it as a different way to be able to do it. So let's just say I'm drawing a person right here. Okay. I'm gonna figure out wherever their cheekbones are. Okay. The little green balls. And then I'm going, and you see their nose always kind of fits somewhere in between these shapes. Some kind of way you're going to have some interaction between these shapes and the nose shape. You get what I'm saying? But generally it's going to be something like this, because your eyes will then fit on the top of these. So let's say this person is smiling. If you put this here, now you can just draw your eyes on top of that, right? And you got this, and then you can suggest a line here, but it also gives you somewhere to anchor your smile to. So you gotta find that cheek structure to be able to do something. So again, let's just go back and look at it. Let's do like this, and we just practice it. We just do like this. Okay, this is a cheek. This is a cheek. This is my nose, right? All right. No, that's not right. That's not, they can't do it like that. Okay. All right. This is the cheek. This is the cheek. My bad. Okay. This is my nose. Somewhere in between here. And then my eyes will go somewhere like this. Okay. You get it? Let's do it again. This is my cheeks. These are my cheeks. This is my nose. Let's say my nose is little like this. Let's say I got really little eyes. These are my eyes, right? This is my thing. This is my smile. This might be the drop down from the lip. This might be my smile. Okay, this might be the rest of my face. But those are the cheeks, the underlying structure of the face. Okay, so when you're sketching your picture, you want to go, okay, where's my cheeks? This is my cheeks. Okay, you can even use your cheeks to bring your picture together. You can use these because these are in the center of the face. You know where your nose is going to go. I know my eyes are going to do like this now. Okay, right? So let's say this is the bottom of the eye. Okay, now you can do like this, and you can add, right? Now if you want to, you can add more lines and stuff underneath the eye once you do that, but at least you have that bottom part of where that eye is going to go to, and you still can use this to build your shape off of. Okay, so this is a good practice. Let's do it like 2 or 3 more times. Ready? Cheeks, cheeks, nose, eyes, eyes. Okay, and cheeks are shaped a lot of different ways, so we can have some people that have cheeks like this, saggy cheeks, right? Eyes, nose, right? Eyebrows, right? Okay. It also doesn't matter. Okay. Sometimes people are not smiling in their pictures. So let's just go, and let me get a second. I think I'm gonna do another NFL player here for you guys in a minute, but we're gonna go here to Pinterest real quick and find just a random picture. Let's look at this one. Okay. I'm gonna show you what I mean by this. Okay. See this old lady right here? Now, if you look at her cheekbones, right? If you look at her cheeks, right? Her cheeks are very saggy. Okay, so I know she has two shapes within one, but she really has a one big long saggy cheek. Okay, so her cheeks look like this to me. This one big long droopy cheek, right? And then she looked like she got a nose in between there. So watch her eyes when I put this on top of here. Watch what happens when you draw her face, right? Okay. You see? You see what I'm saying? You gotta find that. You gotta find that cheek structure, and then it makes your drawing a lot more entertaining. You're like, oh look, now this was supposed to be a little bit bigger than what I drew it, but you get what I'm saying. This looks very mechanical in nature, but we can see all the wrinkles and where everything is going now. Now, if we want to add extra stuff underneath here when we're done, but we don't really need that. You get what I'm saying? But this is what you need to have to be able to see her face. Okay, who else has a face like? Let me see. Now her cheeks. Let's look at this guy. That's interesting, and it's a great way to be able to draw your face in multiple angles. Okay, so let's just say we got this guy. Look at his cheeks. Okay, so all I'm doing is looking underneath his eyes and making a shape. A straight line coming down, coming around, right? So he has kind of a right triangle, but it's very round. So this is what he has here. Let me show you. To me, this is his cheek shape. One. These are his cheek shapes. Okay. So now I can see his nose going in between the cheek shape like this. See? I can see his eyes like they sit on top of this shelf. You see? And then I know where to do everything. So now his mouth, his beard goes around the cheek shapes. Okay? And then then his little, right? You see? And then everything else just kind of fits in. You see? This is just how quickly you can get to that likeness when you understand how to work the cheek shapes. Okay? Now, once you have them there, if you want to kind of disavow them and go a little bit like he has those wrinkles on his eye, that's cool. You can still do that. But now what we're going to do here is we'll just draw this little bag under his eye. We can still do that, right? But we'll just kind of suggest the lines here, and we can still make it fit in. But everything just kind of is going to go together a little bit better and sync together more when you understand that is what you need to be looking for when you're drawing that caricature of that person. Okay. Does that make sense to you? Does any of this make sense to you guys? Okay. All right. So yes, definitely learn this. These two shapes right here, these two little shapes are very important. The rest of the shapes are pretty simple. It's just you have your brow line. I think of the face in this shape. That brow line to me is also, it works in conjunction with that cheekbone shape. So I'm gonna use pencil because this is bleeding through too many sheets of paper. But when I think of the brow line, this is the shape of it naturally, but it does all kinds of stuff. It's the same little idea, but I'm doing different things with it, right? to make it, and it also always is gonna, if I want to draw him again, right? All I have to do now is I have to, where do I want to put his eyes at? Well, I want to put these are his cheeks again. Watch where his cheeks are. Okay, now watch his nose shape. Okay, now watch his eye shape. Squeezed in between there. You see? So now watch his beard shape. Okay. And now you got his, so this is how I'm able to turn up my caricature a little bit more, right? Then I can come over here, add the bottom of the shape, come around, right? Add my ear shape, and then we got our basic head shape with a bunch of wrinkles. So this is how his eyebrows would be. So I would place his eyebrows inside of this. I might not make them connect, but that might be one eyebrow, and then this one might be the other eyebrow. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So you want to, again, find those cheeks. Think of them as shelves like a kitchen shelf, right? If you have a shelf, you got your shelf here, right? And on each shelf, right, these are two sets of shelves. Well, on this shelf, you got your salt, you got pepper, right? You got your salt, you got pepper, and an array of other spices, right? Okay? And this is in a cook's kitchen, right? Well, in a caricature artist's kitchen, his shelves are these little shelves here, and they are the cheekbone shelves, which on top of those shelves are a bunch of eye shapes. Okay. And in other words, this might look pretty spooky if you walk in somebody's house and see that, but that's just what this is. It's about making your shapes, using shapes and working off these basic premises here to draw your pictures. Okay. I personally have developed to the point where I like to, I don't have a system of I start here and then go here, or I start here and go that way or this way, but because each face is going to have something kind of different that you'll want to express about that picture. You know what I'm saying? So here, let's look at this picture here. And I'm going to show you again how powerful this is. We'll do a few more examples, but let's just say save this image here. Let's say we're looking at this picture here. We say, we want to draw a picture of her, right? Okay. So again, we're looking at that cheekbone. Now with her, and if you're not noticing this already, that generally your cheekbones are going to be some type of triangle shape. So think of it like think about it like you ever seen a shelf? Let's look at your shelf from the side, right? This is the side of the shelf. And this is that thing that holds the shelf to the wall, right? Because this is some stuff. And this is a wall, right? So this is the shape. And there's two of them in every face. And they're just different sizes. That's all it means. Okay? And then once you find them, you use them to the advantage. So with this one, this young lady here, right? I got two shelves. I got a small shelf, and then I got another shelf over here. That's a much bigger shelf. Okay? So once I understand that, I know her nose is going to be somewhere in between these two shelves. I know her eyes are going to be on the top of these shelves here. So now I'm just doing like this here. And she has big eyes, so this eye is going to cover most of this shelf shape. Okay? So watch. Okay? Now, all I have to do is put that, remember that line that's a brow shape? Think about what it's doing. It's doing like this. You see that purple line, this line right here? That's what this line is. So that's what I'm thinking about. So I'm just taking that line and kind of splitting it in two. That's all I'm doing. Okay. And once I have that, then I come over here. I got my lip shape here, right? And then I come over here and I start drawing hand shapes, right? 1, 2, 3, and then put this other finger, 4, right? Come down here. I don't know if I did that. Oh wait, okay, right here. And then where's her thumb? Oh, her thumb is over here. That's what it is. And it's coming like this and then down. I think, right? Wait. Okay, there we go. Put some little fingernails there so you can see where her fingers at, right? And then we got this little shape, dude, like that, right? Okay, so what is that? Okay, this is her top lip. Okay, then you got this lip underneath here like this, something like that. Okay, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, so you can see the cheekbones here. You can see this side coming around here. You can see her head shape going here, right? You can see this going like this. Okay, and this here, right? And you can see all of the mechanics of the face really start to come together when you think about it like this, right? Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. So you get what I mean? Okay. Y'all excuse that hand. I did a terrible job on that hand. That was supposed to be more like, there we go. Oh, that was not right. There we go. My better hand. There we go. I don't know what kind of hand that looks like. That's a really manly hand there. I was like, what the heck? All right. Anyway, so hopefully this helped you out, man. I'm not gonna like beat the dead horse or whatever, but this is a really cool technique to use. It'll help you with the sizes of your eyes, so you can help it if you'll see the size of your eye quicker also by using this. So let's say you got somebody with let's say very small eyes. Let's look at somebody like let me look here. Like this, let's look at this guy right here. Okay. You can't draw him without this technique. You got to use it, right? You got to see it because you'll draw a flat picture. So watch. Look at his shapes. Look at this shape. Draw a shelf. His is going out like this. Okay. It's a triangle like this. So it's just like this. This is all it is. Bam. See? So when I start to build his face, then it does like this. Look at his nose, falls right in. Right? Tells me where his glasses are, somewhere above this shape. It comes into the cheek, but it's somewhere above this shape. I'm just doing something real quick. Okay? Like that. You see his eyebrows in here, above that shape, right? His eyes just go right on here. Look how small his eyes are, right? So the cool thing about his eyes is this. His eyes look like like he has, not only does he have the part on the bottom of the eye, but he has also a like a shape like this. So we can do something like this. Watch. Watch. You see how you can squeeze everything in, and then the eye looks more realistic. You know what I mean? See? You got it in there. You can make it real small. Right? You can even not draw any eyes at all. You can just do like this. Right? And then you can just do like this on top of the shape. And then do like this, and it just looks like his smile's been turned up a little bit more. You see what I'm saying? And then you put his glasses up here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So all of that counts right there. All right, so guys, we are done. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys soak in on that. We did 2 more of our football players. We did a CeeDee Lamb, and then we also did Trent Williams, right? The cartoons, right? So I'm gonna be putting those up on YouTube as well as just as their own individual videos, like on a how-to level. And we're gonna go ahead and start closing this thing out. So we always end with a word of the day. So I'm gonna be right back, guys, with the word of the day. And you guys give me just a moment. Let me just get everything set up here. Okay, be right back. Okay, guys, and we are back. So we're going to do the last portion of our stream. This is going to be our word of the day. So again, guys, thank you for coming out to the stream and participating. Um, if you did benefit from the information, again, tips are appreciated. I'll go ahead and put that up there again for you. This is our Cash App. If you want to sow into our Rouser World ministry, this is an art ministry that me and my wife started. YouTube is one of the ways that we do like to, or we do minister, although we go about this in different ways. So, again, guys, thank you so much for donating toward pushing our channel forward. Never know who's going to need it, right? There's a lot of stuff going on in the world. I don't know if you guys heard. I think just yesterday, and then excuse me, guys, my son's kind of crying. He has a very loud cry, so you might hear my son crying in the background. So full time dad mode right in the house, right? Okay, so again, I don't know if you had heard here recently. I think actually yesterday. I saw a story, a young man apparently, which is just nothing new. This has been happening for the last couple of years. A young man went into a mall and with the intent to hurt a lot of people with a firearm. And just glory be to God, there was a man, another man that was licensed to carry a weapon, and he winded up shooting and killing the young man that was armed. But a lot of lives were saved as a result of that. But what I wanted to do was really kind of focus on the young man that went in there with the gun. Okay, and what's happening now in the world, and this is why we need to use. I'm going to use my platform for this. It doesn't really matter if I get a lot of subscribers and and all that kind of stuff right there, because I know that this is not popular to talk about things like this, or to even talk about faith in God and mentality and all this kind of stuff, because what's going on in the world now is we're having a lot of lawlessness mentally. There are no they feel like people feel like there are no rules to anything anymore. What a family is not, there's no rule to that. What a friend is, there's no rule to that. What a life means and all that, there's no rule to that. So it's like this, and when that happens, you wind up creating children. A lot of parents want to be friends with their kids because there's no rules to parenting anymore. It's like I want to be my I want him to be my friend. I want him to like me. So I'm going to do whatever my kid asks. I'm going to buy whatever my kid wants me to do and all that kind of stuff. And then you wind up ultimately losing the kid in the end. Okay. So hold on one second, guys. Give me just a minute. All right. Anyway, let me see. All right. So I'm back, guys. I'm trying to manage this. My son's upset about something. I don't know. Anyway, I know it's hard to hear me if with all the noise in the background. So anyway, and that's really what I want to address today with this particular word. When we hear the word, the only way to defeat sin, that's our word of the day today. When we hear the word sin, we tend to think of this holy word that's, some, I don't know, mysterious type of a word. But it really has nothing to do with that. What sin is simply to lose one's way. Okay? It means that you're supposed to be going this way, but you're going this way. Whatever's drawing your energy, your focus, your time, and all this, even though you're supposed to be going this way, you're going this way. Okay? So for this word of the day, I want you to think of sin that way when we use the word. Don't think about sin, again, as this mysterious word that with this religious connotation attached to it. It's just a word like any other word. Okay? So let's go ahead and read the scripture. In the book of Galatians, we're going to go to the book of Galatians real quick. That should be back here with all the Asians, right? They all kind of go together with each other. See if we can find it. Philippians, Colossians, Thessalonians. Hold on, it's right here. Galatians, here we go. And we're in chapter 5, in verse 6. Okay. It says, "So I say, let the Holy Spirit guide your lives. Then you won't be doing what your sinful nature craves." As a father, my child, if I don't teach him who God is, he'll never know. I have some nieces and nephews. One day, their parents never take them to church at all. And so when they heard the word God or stuff like that, they asked him and said, "Well, what is that? Like, what do you mean?" When they see my kids pray and thank God for their food, and you know what I'm saying, and oh, that's not right because God wouldn't like that. They'll say, when or whatever, oh, don't hurt that person because God wouldn't like that. When they hear my kids say that, they'll say, "What do you mean by that? Like, there's no such thing as like who's that? Who said that was right?" Because kids that's what the parents are for, to instill the values inside of the child. So I have to give them a direction in order that they will yield to the teaching of that direction. Whatever, in other words, that influence I have to give them an influence in their life that's so powerful that it affects their decisions. If that makes sense to you. This is what the Holy Spirit is. When you submit to God, you're simply submitting to God and saying that I am going to allow whatever your agenda is to be bigger than my agenda. And as we read this particular devotional, you're going to see we'll talk about a few things in relation to that, but you're going to see how this really applies and how we can apply this to our life. I can't tell you how much it helped me to understand the way that I was doing it was wrong. And before I start, I'm going to tell you a quick story. This way you put it all in context. I took off on a journey to want to lose weight. In that journey, I tried a lot of diets. And I couldn't eat this and that diet. I had to deny myself this and that diet, and that in this diet, and this and that diet. And no diet that I ever tried actually worked. I always ultimately winded up going back to eating what I wanted to eat. And I couldn't change, not just change my body the way it looked, but the blood pressure medications, the cholesterol medications. I couldn't do these things because I kept going back to, ultimately, after I denied myself for a certain amount of time, I eventually went back to what I was doing. And then once I read these scriptures, it said, it kind of pointed out to me something different, a different way to approach it. Rather than going on a diet, right? Don't do that. How about this? How about you just simply change your relationship with food? Okay. And I was like, change my relationship with it. Yeah. In other words, it kind of becomes a way of life versus a thing that you do. In other words, everything, and we do it all the time, right? We take the same way to work because it's a way of life, right? We don't have to think about what way we're going to go to work because most people just take the same route every day because we're creatures of habit. So if you allow a different train of thought to dominate the mind, then that will become the norm. And you're doing it for a purpose bigger than you. And so I decided that I wanted to change my relationship with certain things. And as I changed my relationship with that things, it wasn't me trying to deny it. It was just that I don't roll like that no more. I don't talk like that no more. I don't hang out with people like that, like this no more. You get what I'm saying? It's unreasonable for me to do it. And I was able to then start to achieve some of my goals health wise, being that I'm up in age and I'm a father. I'm 51 years old and I have little children. So I have two little boys and I have my daughter. My daughter is she's 13. She just turned 13. I have two daughters. Well, one's 28. She's grown now. But my next daughter is 13, and then my sons are Eden's going to be 4, and Evan's not even 1 year old yet. He's about to turn 1. So I got a long way to go. So I had to again yield to a different way of thinking so that I could be around to see them grow up. So let's read this devotional here. It says discipline, intentional action, and accountability are all good things that can help you overcome sinful desires. Let's say it again, but change the words up. Discipline, intentional action, and accountability. Discipline meaning that do it the way it's supposed to be done no matter what you think. Intentional action. I'm intentionally going to do it this way just to show. And then accountability, right? That means that, you know that you're responsible to somebody or someone for doing the right thing. All of these things put together can help you overcome losing your way. Okay? If you can put all these together, the will, the discipline to do something, the intentional action, the act to do the disciplined thing, and then to understand that you are accountable to somebody. I'm accountable to my wife and my children and my family. I'm accountable to God, first of all. The reason that I don't shoplift anymore, I used to be a serial shoplifter. When I was a kid, I used to walk in the store and just take it if I wanted it. And I see plenty of opportunities to get it. Even to this day, I walk in and that part of me from when I was a kid sees, man, why should I pay for this? They have self-checkout lines. What do you mean pay for something, right? But the other part of me says, the God in me says, that's not right. Are you stealing? Do you not? Is that how much faith you have in me? You only have, how much does that thing cost? $12.15. That's how big your faith is. Your faith in me is only worth $12. You think that $12 is going to save your life some kind of way? You say $12 that you got a blessing because of that? Is this how you doing it now? So that accountability to God. And when I hear that, I'm like, all right, so yeah, I thought it, but that accountability helped me not to lose my way and to sink back into my old actions. You can't live as a faithful disciple by accident. You can't implement or the things of the scripture in your life, you can't do that by accident. These things, there's always something to work on. That's all the scripture really is. It's telling us that every day, we have to work on something. We have something that we have to work on, whether it's how we're talking. One of the biggest things I had to work on, like I'm gonna tell you just straight up, for YouTube, I had to work on being myself. At first, when the camera turned on, I thought I had to be like, "Hey, what's up? It's your boy, this, that, and I'm this and that, and welcome, and yeah, and all this stuff, right?" And then I thought to myself, "But that's not me. That's fake. Totally fake." And I had to again learn to be disciplined, so that when I am on YouTube or whatever, I don't talk just because I have to talk. I could sit here and be drawing something. If I don't say nothing the whole time that I'm drawing something off, I just say something when I feel like saying something. In other words, I'm going to treat you exactly like I would if I met you in person. I'm not here to entertain anybody. I'm here as an encouragement to you. I'm here as a man that's been through a lot of stuff in life. I've been incarcerated. I've been on drugs. I've been alcohol addicted. I've been drug addicted. I've been, you know what I'm saying? I've been molested as a kid and all kinds of craziness, living in the system, foster homes, all kinds of stuff. It's a wonder that I'm not a maniac, that I'm not out there doing, with a loaded weapon, trying to hurt people. But it was only the power of Jesus Christ that saved me from these things. The changing, the renewing of my mind and my heart. I hated people, but I don't hate them anymore. I see them. I was addicted to pornography, all kinds of stuff. It was just, and that was really just a drug. This is something that, because it made me feel good. I don't know, because everything else in my life was so crappy. So I don't come here to, I'm not trying to, everybody, there's enough entertainment in the world. Enough people lying to you on TikTok all day. They lying all day. That's all they care about, is just lying and selling you something, and lying and selling you the next thing. I'm not trying to say something. No, this is just who I am. This is Harry. This is not scripted, is what I'm saying. But we have to be disciplined to get what we want out of this life. You want to be happy again, you want your joy back, you got to take it. Ain't no pill going to fix it for you. They lying to you with that too, because the pill alone ain't going to fix it. The only way you're going to change is one way, and I'm going to tell you what that is. When you look yourself in the mirror and you look and you say, I had enough, that's it. I'm done. No, but when you say I'm done, then you say, well, maybe you ain't done yet. You'll know when you're tired. When you're sick and tired, you'll know it. Because that's the point where in no decision just think about it. Every decision you ever made in your life, when you went another way and you took a completely drastic change of viewpoint on something, right? It was because you was just tired of the other way. That's all it was. I was tired of my life being the way it was. So I took a drastic change and I went this way. The man came, they spoke to me, the scriptures to me, and I began to read and study for myself. I began to implement these things in my life, and what do you know? Depression started to go away. Sickness started to go away in my mind. Depravity, sexual immorality, all this stuff that I had going on in my mind. I'm telling you, I've done all kinds of bad stuff. Don't think that the dude, I'm a family man now, but please do not let the smooth taste fool you. I have done some things in this life. But that's the great thing about Christ, is that he forgives. He forgives, and he'll throw that stuff away because he look at the heart. And anybody can change, but it's going to take that discipline. It says, However, the only way you'll consistently overcome sin, is by yielding to the Holy Spirit. Okay? Now, when people hear the word Holy Spirit, here we go again. This religious stuff, religious words and spooky words. This doesn't have anything to do with that. This just has something to do with real life. Let's put it like this. These words here are the Spirit of God. Let me say it again. Let me see if you can wrap your mind around that. The words that listen, this, when you come here and you see my drawings, we just drew these drawings today. This drawing came from me. It is the spirit of me. This is my creation. My spirit, my fingerprints, my DNA, everything that I am is right here in this paper. Because the Bible says that you can tell a tree by the fruit that it bears. The things that are around you in your life, your dog, your cat, your car, your friends, are all the spirit of you, converging around you and staying around you as a constant reminder of who you are. If all your friends around you are rotten, no good son of a guns, guess what you are? You know what I'm saying? You hang around people that's doing what they ain't got no business. You doing what you ain't got no business. Right? If you got a leather jacket on and you riding around in a motorcycle with your you know, and you right, 9 times out of 10, that's what's in your spirit. You got a spirit of a biker. You got a Ferrari, a spirit, that's part of it. Everything that come with the Ferrari. I gotta have a Ferrari, right? You want to go fast and you want to go there, and most of the time it's not, you know, I'm not saying all the time, but most of the time you're gonna find that somebody that has those type of cars are pretty, usually kind of self-centered people. Any 2 times you got 3, I heard somebody say this, I ain't gonna put their name out there the other day. They said, I have 3 Rolls Royces just because I could buy them in my garage that I don't even drive. Yet, there are starving people in the world. That's the spirit of that person. No matter how good they try to portray themselves to be, I couldn't sleep at night because of the accountability that I feel toward God. That's just not right. Like I taught my kids to say, I don't think God would like that. I don't think God would like it if I just I did something with like this and I didn't even need it. And there's people that I could have helped, and I chose to just do something that meant absolutely nothing instead of help people. I chose to do something for myself. The only way you'll consistently overcome sin is by yielding to the Holy Spirit. Then you'll begin to recognize the power of your carnal desires and your inability to overcome them. So there's power in the name of Jesus. In other words, the Spirit of God is the Spirit of truth. This is the Spirit of God speaking to you through His word. Now, the Spirit of God is not just words. This is an aspect of God's Spirit, but then there's the Spirit in action that's moving and controlling things. And this book is telling you how to access it, what to use that spirit, that power for. No different than electricity going through an electricity line. You have kinetic energy, you have potential energy, right? Kinetic energy, right? What does that mean? You have potential energy. That's just energy that doesn't do nothing, right? Then you got kinetic energy, which is energy in motion. So, this is energy. But then when you apply this, because it's literally on a page with words, but it's a living word too. So when you apply it to areas of your life, now you're causing the energy to be kinetic, and it's moving things, and it's doing something that you can't even see, that you can't even understand. But when you apply it, it instantly begins to consume that situation. So if you apply if you give the wrong information, or you do the wrong thing in a situation, everything got a consequence. And that's really all the scripture is. This is why people are so attackful of it, because they don't like consequences. They want to be able to do whatever they want to do to whoever they want to do it to, and they don't want to have to be accountable to nobody for nothing. That is what is the attack of this, because there's nothing in this book that won't bring out the best in a person. If the world lived by this book, we could leave our doors open. You could drop $100 on the ground in the street and somebody come give it back to you. Kids wouldn't be getting kidnapped, and sex trafficking and all this stuff wouldn't be happening. Why you think that's happening? Because they feel like they could do whatever they want to whoever they want. You know what I'm saying? Because they perverts and stuff. Why this kid walk into a mall and want to kill everybody? Because nobody, first of all, taught him about this, right? But second of all, he don't have no concept. The world's being consumed with this idea that we can just do whatever we want, because we free to do whatever we want. And you know what? Crazy enough, you are. The word speaks about that too. You free to do whatever you want. You just ain't free from the consequences of it. I'm going to tell you, if you out there and whatever you doing, I'm going to look at me when I'm talking. You don't turn away now. Whatever you doing, you ain't going to get away with it. You not going to get away. You ain't going to get away. You just, hey, this is only a matter of time. I'll wait. But you're going to have to answer to somebody. You're going to answer for what you do. It is not easy to overcome our carnal desires, like I told you with the diet, just by saying I don't want to do that no more. The Holy Spirit means applying the Word of God to the situation and allowing that, taking that potential energy and now allowing it to become kinetic in that particular situation, thus overcoming the problem. The self who you think you are will not fade away if you deny it. I will not fade away if I just deny that okay, let me put it like this. There ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm perfect. I was just born this way. This is the way I was supposed to be. I'm supposed to be violent. I'm supposed to be this person. I'm supposed to be this. God made a mistake. All this kind of stuff. If you deny who you are, in other words, if you say what you're doing when you're wrong and you're saying what's wrong is right, you are denying yourself. It's saying here, the self will not fade away if you deny it. You can't correct something if you don't think there's no mistake. What are you talking about? What are you going to correct? How can you correct something you think is already perfect? Your cravings are too powerful. If you can only educate yourself so much about the consequences of sin. So let me read that back. The self will not fade away if you deny it. Your cravings are too powerful. My cravings for things are very strong. And I cannot educate myself so much about the consequences of sin. I can only read, I could keep reading it and reading it and reading it and not applying it, but just reading it and saying, because I read this and then I read this and I read this, I can lose weight. If I read some more information, if I read more about the mitochondria and I read more about bacteria and I read more about what can I do over here, and I keep reading and educating, just because you know something don't mean that you're going to benefit from it. Because if you're not applying it, it's just useless information. At a certain point, you need a guide to redirect your desires toward the presence and the power of God. Ironically, the only way to overcome sin is to stop fighting it, which is funny because that's just so true about a lot of things. I was looking at a martial arts video the other day. And I was talking about wrestling and all kinds of stuff, right? And the premise of these self defenses, these philosophies, and it is using one's own energy against them, right? Does that make sense? Using your own energy to make you more dangerous to yourself. And I think this is really just telling me to accept that within me, if it was left up to me, I'm perfect and I want to do it my own way. I think that's pretty safe to say. I know if I could do it my way, I'd do it my way. Yeah. And I have to accept that about myself. I have to accept, let me put it another way. I have to accept that at the end of the day, if it's me or you, it's going to be me. That's how we all think. At the end of the day, we have to understand and that potential is in us. You won't be shaped into a man or woman of God by what you deny, but rather by whom you yield to. So, what does that mean? I guess I can want to do it if I want to, and that's cool. But when God say no, even if I want to do it a lot, I still don't do it. It's real simple. That's how I apply the word of God to my life. And that's when you get the blessing. The blessing is, you ever had somebody tell you to do something and you did it and you was doing it the hard way all your life, and then all of a sudden they show you an easier way and you're like, holy smokes, I never thought about it that way. And now you're glad that you found the easier way, and you look back at people that's doing it the hard way now, and you're like, if they only knew there's an easier way to do this, right? Well, that's what it's talking about here. It's not about denying, but rather whom you yield to. By yielding your will, by listening to or having reverence for God, you have to just basically understand, I see God as the all-knowing. I don't question the word of God. I question me. If my actions are not lined up with the word, now I'm just like, okay, I need to work on that. Because that's not what I'm doing. But this is what, it's no different than your parents when you were young. They told you, go wash the dishes. And then you said, well, I don't want to wash the dishes. And then they tell you, I didn't ask you if you wanted to wash the dishes. Go wash the dishes. And you might be in there pouting and everything else while you washing the dishes, but you washing them dishes. That needs to be our relationship with God. But then later on down the road, you appreciate that your parents made you wash them dishes and that they taught you responsibilities. Finishing up, by yielding to God, you'll have a new craving for his presence and discover that you're becoming a renewed person. If you listen to God long enough and you start seeing the benefits of doing such, the things that are around you, that, remember we said that the things around you define who you are. It is the spirit of you. What you're surrounded by is the spirit of you. And when we begin to apply God's word, the things around us will begin to change because we will begin to change. So what's around us quite naturally will change as well. I don't have any of the same friends that I had. Matter of fact, I haven't seen any of my friends from my 20s or anything like that since then. That's been 30 something years ago. In fact, walking this way sometimes tends to gets a little lonely because it's not every day that you especially as a man, I'm just putting it out there, it's not every day that you meet because the men have been conditioned to, I don't know, to be in this tough guy thing now, this tough role thing, and stay, and we don't go to church. I see it's nothing but women there now, so the men's meetings are very small. The women's have to get together. It's like, oh man, it's like 40 women there, and they're all cooking and talking about stuff and sharing stories, and you know what I mean. And then when it comes to the men's service, it's like we get Dominion meeting and we get like 6 guys show up, but we got a church with like, we got like 100 guys in there, but only like 6 show up for that. So it's just like this mentality that we bought into to get busy and not form those interactions and stuff. So there's it tends to be a little bit lonely when it comes to that area. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm relating to you when I say that, but so they, as a result, they're not really walking in God. You know what I mean? Because to walk in God means to understand that when I go to these meetings or whatever, it's not just about what can I get from this meeting. Ain't nobody there could tell me nothing. I already know everything about everything. Has nothing to do with that. It's all about your testimony and your experiences, what have you been through? You're going to see a lot of changes as far as my YouTube and the content that I'm putting out too here, because I'm going to start sharing more of my experiences, my life experiences, and things that, that I've just gone through in life or whatever. Because I feel like, what good was all this stuff that God allowed me to survive if I don't take it and do something with it? I'm supposed to help people with those experiences. If I made it through that experience, then, you know what I mean? Somebody else is struggling with that same thing. So again, this is why we do this. Today I might be talking to another young man that was like that young man that went into that mall. Maybe if he would have heard the word of the day right before that morning when he woke up, maybe he was an artist. Maybe but all the men in the world, right? He probably, his dad or whatever. Because just because you got a dad don't mean that you got a good dad. You know what I mean? That wants to, that's going to show you some stuff. So maybe, the men of the world just they everybody's in their own corner. So they didn't know how to show him how to deal with the problems and things that go on in life. And so he felt like there was no other way out. And then he felt so much pain probably that he just wanted somebody else to feel the pain that he felt. And what better way to do that if you're thinking carnally is to take away somebody's family. He understands. All this loving families and all this loving people, I want them to feel what it feels like to be alone like me and hurt like me. And that's what he did. Because nobody showed him this. But this is the way that the world is going. And I will not use this platform to feed you anything other than what you need to be hearing. I am not here for your entertainment. I'm here to teach. And that's what it is. So anyway, that's it for the word of the day today. Glad that you guys are able to come out. I received something from that myself, I can't just deny. I have to submit. And I have to submit to what is greater in a greater authority than myself. in order to really see change in my life. So you guys have a blessed and awesome day. I'm praying for you, your families. If there's something that you want prayer for, or something that you just a question that you'd like to ask or whatever, hey, email me. You got my email. You can message me. And I usually answer all my emails and messages and stuff like that. So you can email me and let us know what's going on in your life. Or something that you're dealing with. Whatever. I could be your big brother. I could just be your homeboy if you're my age. You 50s up. Sometimes we need somebody to talk to too, right? All right. So, anywho, you guys have a blessed and awesome day, and I'll see you next time. I'm out of here.